future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Thank you for being
Boulevard.
Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death.
I'd like to propose a toast.
This is On the Rocks with Alexander, coming at you from Sunset Gower Studios in the heart of Hollywood, where I drink with your favorite celebrities and we talk about fashion, entertainment, pop culture, reality TV, and that's about it. So pop a cork, pour a glass, lean back, and enjoy On the Rocks every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Universal Broadcasting Network.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Oh, my Lord, it is going to be a bumpy night.
Indeed.
We only bring the best of the best, and today is no different.
None.
The only thing that's different is my hairdo.
Your hair's very big today.
I tried the dry approach. I don't know what approach you took. It's like the Fruit Loops toucan look. I don't even know what happened. Our hair and makeup called out sick today. I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, some lady gentlemen, and let's be honest, some gentlemen ladies, all listening, ladies and gentlemen in-betweeners, we love you. Thank you so much. I'm your hostess with the mostest. This is the only radio show that we're only ugly on the inside. Nothing on the outside. We all good. We all good. Speaking of that,
You thought about that one. That was good.
I actually wrote it down.
Yeah,
With Fred Willard's in the house, you have to have to be a little funny. What happened? So I came in, and one of the other co-hosts on the other show, I won't mention her name or her show name. She says, "Oh, I feel fat today." I said, "Oh, that's me every day." Ha ha. She's like, "Yeah, but I'm not fat." And I looked at, but she didn't even realize what she had said.
Oh, she's listening, and she should be sorry.
No, she's probably passed out in a corner somewhere. Anyway, I can't get over these commercials for her Ancestry.com.
Oh, is that your new thing this week?
Because I always have a pet peeve that I just...
Well, you love commercials, too. Like, some would say
I will sometimes watch the shows
TV
just for the commercials.
Right.
It's like, oh, God, the show's back on.
Yeah.
But Ancestry.com, their new campaign, and I don't know why, especially now with, hashtag Trump... Not going to say anything.
You already have.
But everybody, like the commercials are like, I thought I was Italian. I'm not. I'm African and Filipino. Like it's a plus thing to your whole life has been a lie and your whole family's lied to you and you have to change your outfits, change your language, everything. Like that's really what they're going
a real
for.
Thing. It's a real thing.
But like it's literally like they. Anyway, that's what's bugging me. As usual.
Not a huge problem to have.
But it is to me. It's like, what marketing person decided that was a good thing is to let's disavow our whole culture that we... Remember when you were a kid, you'd have to bring food from your culture?
Remember, I am a kid. I am still a kid.
It's like putting toothpaste back in the tube.
I mean...
No, sweetie. All right. Botox can only so far. As usual, I am joined by the men of On the Rocks. Love you. Kurt Carlson, how are you, sir?
Hi, Kurt.
With your karaoke microphone.
Yes. How you doing?
Good.
Good now.
Kurt, do you have a pun? And it's got to be really punny today because,
Well, I mean, I have a pun. I don't know how the scale of punniness you want it to be.
God.
All right, let's hear it.
Straight people in entertainment.
So
I don't know.
are you excited about the new Star Wars movie?
Yes, in fact, I did buy my ticket. Rogue One.
Yeah. Did you hear that his wife is going to be in it?
Whose wife?
Darth Vader's wife.
Uh-huh.
Ella.
No, you get no applause.
We've
no
talked
applause.
about this. The fake laughter, the fake applause. It's not warranted unless
She's
it's really
on the way
punny.
Oh, you just got one upped. You just got topped, Kurt. Oh, God.
That'd be
No, Kurt. It's like when Joanne Worley came in, she brought her own applause and her own crickets and everything. Speaking of Joanne Worley, as always, I drink out of my Joanne Worley On the Rocks glass from her own private collection. If this glass could talk. Kurt, it's such a pleasure to have you. Kurt makes us look good, sound good. You can say more, Kurt. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm here.
Yes, and thanks for dressing up today.
Yeah.
It's like
Wars.
Ellen DeGeneres in a garage shop. I don't know what's happening.
What do you want from me? I don't know. What
I want so much.
I wore the overcoat one time and you made fun of
It's
that.
like Inspector Gadget on
Yeah,
vacation.
So,
and always
It wasn't on Halloween either,
No.
which is a little weird.
a little weird.
Yeah.
And our resident socialite.
That title, it'll never get old. I still have
I'm
no
trying to make
idea
it happen.
what it means.
Just like
but
fetch,
it's
or like so choice.
choice. This is
bugs
have
you.
you guys heard this, Alexander? So Alexander says when something that he really enjoys or something that's really great, in front of him, he says it's so choice. Has anyone heard that yet?
No.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like old-timey meat products.
choice cuts of meat.
Oh, okay. I was like, have you been around many old cuts of meat?
Daily.
Giving away the show too early. Today's show is so much fun. We're celebrating Christmas early because we have one of the funniest comedy duo live stage. I actually got to be part of their show, Up With a Twist. They do it regularly at Rockwell. They're kicking off the holiday.
What did you sing in the show last time you did it?
I can't say no. And I certainly did not say no to the bartender and the wine. I got to be like, I can't say no. But it's a hilarious show, always so funny. But they're kicking off the holidays early. And if you're going to go see a holiday show, this is the one to go to. So we have Todd, Sherry, Heather Alt. Their credits.
Endless.
Right. Todd Sherry, of course, from Modern Family. No. Remember that was the joke last time because it's a joke now. And so many shows. Supergirl, Parks and Recreation. Heather's been in Baskets. Justified. Just so much talent in this room and so hilarious. But Heather has this laugh.
Is
Now
that
you made her
it?
do
That's
it.
for real.
Was that it?
So, you know how Ancestry.com has this new thing? She was up for
Oh
a
my
match.
God, that's your laugh. I
That's
thought that
her
was the
laugh.
chicken.
No,
No,
that's her
that's
real
my
laugh.
laugh. It's my real
It's
laugh.
like a hyena trying to escape, like a tomb. Like, you know.
Thank
Sounds like
you.
it hurts. Does it hurt?
No, not at all. It's like it scratches my. It's nice.
It's nice. It's
like,
nice. But you know how Ancestry.com has this new marketing? So
Yes,
she's part of the new marketing for Match.com. And it's going very well. And it's laugh. Oh.
Oh.
Thank you.
Ouch.
Thank you.
Every time it's gonna ow.
Every
it doesn't
time.
hurt. I can still sing afterwards. Don't you worry.
Well, hopefully we will be hearing from you guys soon. Actually, there's a rumor that we're gonna have a live performance in the studio, right?
Yes, very live.
Perfect.
A sound check. And of course, the man of the hour, we have the amazing, the Susan Lucci of Emmy nominations, the 3-time Emmy nominations, has been in everything that you've wanted to see, some things that you weren't sure about you wanted to see.
Quite
but after
possibly
you saw him,
the biggest guest we've had.
literally, you
on-
can't
on
print
the
out
rocks.
his IMDb because then Greenpeace
like
will call and be like,
28
no,
pages.
sorry. There's just everything.
They say go paperless. Yeah.
And we have some, of course, the amazing Fred Willard. You could go, like the whole show would be listing his credits. Some of my favorite performances, of course, this is Spinal Tap, Waiting for Guffman, A Mighty Wind. What happened? So funny. Just it's so hilarious. Everybody Loves Raymond, which got an Emmy nomination for. Modern Family. And it's been on The Tonight Show more times than even Johnny Carson or Jay Leno himself. Like he's been on that show so many times. And we have so much to talk about, even stage musical stuff, which I didn't know.
I know
about.
we were doing some research before this, and there were a few things that we were both pleasantly surprised about. So we'll get into that too.
He did Showboat with Vanessa Williams.
Yes.
She was pushing the Showboat with her vibrato. Have you ever seen? Okay.
Sorry, Vanessa. We know you're listening.
She probably is. So we have so much to talk about. Like I said, we have some fun clips. We have some Christmas games that we're going to play.
Before all that, though, we do have to thank our sponsors, just because I love them all, but we have to get it out of the way. This is the stuff we have to say. We have to thank Testloop, which is the new car service that takes you guys
Do you
from
guys know
city to
Testloop?
city. We took it to Palm Springs for Palm Springs Pride. It's $39 a seat, and it's basically like a luxury first class Tesla that takes you from LA to Palm Springs, and
And it goes from LA to Vegas. It's so economic. You get your own like little pod. Somebody else drives you. They put it on autopilot for most of the ride, and it switches lanes without
By
them knowing.
itself.
In fact, our Tesla driver, he was playing the ukulele while he was
had a
driving.
ukulele, and he was playing it.
It's the best way to go. They
Real
give you
thing.
treats and snacks.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
It was amazing. Testloop, so we love you guys over at Testloop. We'll see you soon. We also have to thank Panache Optical Gallery, which is one of the most luxurious showrooms in Palm Springs. They have different custom sunglasses, anything that you guys are interested in. You can
Amazing
find
pieces.
there.
Retro, James Bond style, Butch style.
We have to thank the Andalusian Court, which is actually the hotel that your grandmother once owned and had amazing guests stay there, like Lucille Ball.
Gerald Ford, Bing Crosby. And they've redone it, and it's this beautiful luxury resort. If you want privacy, go to the Andalusian. My Castilian's coming out, Andalusian.
And then a few of our PG-13, and this is as PG-13 as we get, sponsors. We have to thank Spunk Lube, which is
it's the premier lube.
a premier lube.
It really is.
And we love it.
They've
And
won
then
awards.
Our proud media partnership with Bears, Cubs, and Scruff, which is a fabulous Instagram page showing off different types of Bears, Cubs, and Scruffs. And they wanted me to let you know that their 2017 printed calendars are available now for pre-order until December 8th. So check those out,
And
too.
go to Instagram and like Bears, Cubs, and Scruffs. Todd, Sherry, have you ever dated a bear, cub, or scruff?
All
No.
three?
No. You're like the Tom Daly, only into like hairless.
Meerkats.
Nubian. Well,
It's like,
Oh, there you go.
Meerkat.
it's like a meerkat.
That's funny.
I could
You've
get
never
my
dated
own
a
I
cat.
do like to date someone who always pops up and gets a lay of the land before. Oh, these
little-
are terrible. I didn't mean any of them.
talk about whack-a-mole.
But you know what I mean. A
Yes.
meerkat. You
A
know.
meerkat.
They're
Yeah.
always watching out for trouble.
Have they got their own show?
Listen, Meerkat Manor is one of the best
Yes,
shows I've
it's one of the
ever-
highest rated shows too. That says a lot.
Also,
Heather, have you-
Hillcrest Social, really fast. Love
Yes.
you- and then that's it. We love Hillcrest Social. That's where you go to get all your San Diego events, straight, gay, anything. Check them
It's
out.
an app. They
follow
have a
them.
streaming.
And I think that is it. Other than that, go check out Merrily We Roll Along at the Wallace in Santa Monica right now. I've got a few friends in that, and we promised that we would give them a shout out every week, so it's great.
Oh, we did. Okay.
That's it. That's all.
Also, coming up at Rockwell, not only is the holiday show, after the holiday's over, you just want to get drunk and listen to some show tunes. Eric and I are actually taking the stage over January 30th, Monday night, and we just found the title. It's Martinis, Men, and Music.
Martinis, Music, and Men.
Oh, okay.
Because we're not going to have actually any men there.
But we're going to be the mans.
Right, that's the surprise.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
So-
the big surprise.
Right.
We're going to be singing show tunes, pop tunes, what have you, and it's going to be crazy.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. And so also part of our show, and this is to let our guests kind of feel what we do, we have a very popular segment. It's called Rapid Fire, and we ask you questions that can range from the sublime to the absurd, and you just have to answer them the quickest. So we're going to rapid fire each other so you can kind of,
Get a feel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to go first?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, Eric.
Yeah.
3 words that you would use to describe me. Truthful. # honesty.
Contagious. Like when you get in a room, you're very contagious. Your energy is contagious. It's a good thing.
You couldn't have used a thesaurus and found a different word for contagious?
No, contagious. I think that you're genuine. Whether or not that
you
may
met
be
me?
good or bad, you're genuine. And I think that you are feisty. Feisty.
I love how funny wasn't even one of those.
feisty.
Thanks. 3
Starts
words.
with an F, though. I mean, same thing.
3 words to describe yourself.
Oh, fabulous.
Do you see the difference here? Do you see what I have to work with?
I'm loyal to you, especially, and a little overrated sometimes. Sometimes I talk the talk more than I walk the walk. So a
It's
little.
the strangest answer.
No,
I've
I'm gonna
ever
give
received.
2 compliments to myself and 1 negative.
It's not a job interview. You've got the job. I mean, you're sitting here. Your favorite pop culture phrase?
That's hot.
That's hot.
That's
I
hot.
love that.
That's
That's
It's
hot.
easy.
The least favorite thing you do every week?
Work out. I don't. Who likes to work out? I work. I mean.
Have you met me again?
I mean, I would go to going to the gym is probably my least favorite thing.
You
of the
love
week.
going to the gym because you put on the little outfit.
I don't.
You work out for
I
20
don't.
minutes and then you're there for 2 hours.
You can paint this picture of what you think I am at the gym, but I am not that.
Oh, I could check your Instagram. It's you at the gym. Gym. I'm like,
we don't have any Instagram pictures, right, Kurt? Great.
okay, shag, marry, kill.
Okay.
Robin Williams, Martin Short, Conan O'Brien.
Too soon.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Not cool.
Okay, never mind. All right,
Okay.
there's a rapid fire. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together.
Alexander, for you, at the movie theater, which armrest do you prefer, the right or left?
Both.
Oh, so you like this?
Yeah.
Disney or Universal?
But I do it in people's cars, and I feel so bad when I'm a passenger. I'll take their, the middle armrest, which probably the driver should get it, or they're too busy driving. Maybe.
I don't know. Disney or Universal?
Universal.
What is one of your biggest fears that you're willing to admit?
Not succeeding. That was a deep moment.
That was a deep moment.
Excuse me while I tear up. Oh, it's just vodka. Never mind.
If you were given a genie lamp and a genie appeared out of nowhere,
love this
what
question.
wish would you ask for?
Just one? You get 3. Hello.
All right. What wishes would you ask for?
Unlimited wishes. Number 1. Done. Boom.
That's not fair. And if you could
Duh.
if you could pick a place to run off to, anywhere to run off to right now, where would it be?
Oh God, that's a good question. Buenos Aires, Argentina.
All right, there you go.
I need to spend
And
some time
that's
at the
rapid
Casa
fire.
Rosario. Rapid
Easy.
fire. You
Easy.
see how it goes? And Fred, you're gonna be part of rapid fire too.
Okay.
Okay. Whether you're ready or not. Do you have any news for us today?
Oh, me? I have some not so serious news. If we could all use a laugh. All right, in Taunton, Massachusetts, Shemroy Williams attempted to burn down his ex-girlfriend's house while she was still inside. He did not succeed, but police reports state that they located the man 100 yards away from the home with 2 lighters in his pocket and an empty bag of Cheetos that he was using to set the house on fire. He decided to
What
That's
is
what
happening?
that's what he thought would set the whole house on fire, was a bag of Cheetos and 2 lighters. If you thought that was crazy,
Okay, I've never sacrificed a bag of Cheetos. Okay, let's just put that on.
I never thought Cheetos were an incendiary device.
But they're all preservatives. So
listen, in Massachusetts, apparently they produce different types of Cheetos that have.
I'd set fire to the broccoli.
And then in other news, in New York, and this is
Cutting edge only here.
I
Cutting edge.
wish that this was like from The Onion or something, but this is real. An allegedly drunk state judge, I won't mention his name,
Judge Judy.
after bragging that he was some sort of like homicidal menace, sucker punched a legal aid lawyer and left the lawyer laying unconscious on a street in Chelsea, New York. The cops told us that me and you, that the judge is, and I quote, "The judge is so fat and drunk that he fell on top of the lawyer and they both sort of looked dead." That's it.
Wow.
And that happened.
Reporting live from On
and
the
that
Rocks.
happened in New York City yesterday at 4 p.m.
I'm afraid what's happening in New York City. That's all I gotta
So
say.
just to
4
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
That's like 3
There-
a.m.
For-
antics. That is not 4 p.m.
Not even. It's like 5 a.m. You know,
No,
like
it's like
Yes.
mimosa brunch antics. It's fine. It's fine.
in West Hollywood. Yeah.
Yes.
On a Monday.
Right. Right. When you don't get like one of those pre-packaged mimosa brunches, you have to actually ask for it because it's a Monday and no one's actually having brunch. You know, it's
Yeah.
one of those.
It's one of
I'm the
those.
one that asked for mimosas without the orange juice. They'd look at me like, that's just champagne. I was like, okay.
Yeah, give me the bottle.
Who's coming up on the show next week? We're so excited to welcome and go get his new book. We have Rich Little on the show. Read his new book, Little by Little. So many stories. So many stories.
Is it just Rich next week?
Right, but he's bringing Karen Cadle, who has been PR rep to the stars. She's rep Sophia Loren, Betty Davis, Audrey Hepburn, Loretta Young. She was best friends with Joan Fontaine.
So you're in heaven.
I'm in heaven.
You're in heaven.
I'm in heaven. And then also get her book. We have Tippi Hedren coming in with her tell-all with Alfred Hitchcock. And she's coming with Ileana Douglas, who is
love,
no
friend
stranger
of the
to
show.
On the Rocks. We love her. And then at the end of December, we have like a paranormal. All the paranormal
I'm
people
really
are
excited
coming
for
on
the
show.
paranormal episode because I just want to experience something.
I love
this
seeing
little-
spirits. Do you see what I did there?
It's right there.
It's not Fred Willard quality, but I try, Fred. All right, well, let's get the show on the road. We have to introduce our guest co-host, who brought Fred to us, and we love Heather and Todd. This is your second time on the show.
Is there anything that you guys don't do?
Is this part of your rapid fire? Or is
Cook.
No, I mean I'm just.
I don't cook.
You don't cook?
Oh, no entertainment people cook.
I
'Cause I
can
cook
cook,
for
but I
both of
don't. He
us.
does. He does cook for
You
me.
do?
He does.
What is something that you love to cook?
He makes salmon on the
Nice,
grill.
good grilled salmon.
See, I knew
Yeah.
it. I know him.
It's a fish, sweetie.
The food. Thank you. All right, one for you. The food at your Christmas party, was that all you? Remember, I didn't make it to the food table. I was stuck at the bar.
At my Christmas party? You mean my
Martini
martini
party?
Oh, it wasn't a Christmas party?
It was in June.
It was
So
in
sure.
June. So
It
no.
was in June.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
had
God.
a lot of martinis.
Clearly, the
Right.
martinis
Do you
were
remember?
good. That
Yes.
It was like, do you
I
remember?
made all the food, and that's where I bake my 12-foot table of desserts. Yes.
Oh my God, you guys! I swore it was. a
There's
Christmas
nothing about that sentence that I
Yeah.
don't love. 12-foot table full of desserts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. You are going to start us off right, and you're going to provide us with a little music. Nothing says music like a ukulele.
Right?
So without further ado, we bring you Heather Alt and Todd Sherry.
All right,
Hey,
this is
this
a
is
little
a very
song by
nice
Frank
intro.
Lesser that we're going to do in our Christmas show on December 13th at Rockwell
Hey.
Table and
Go
Stage.
see
All
it.
right. Let's hope we're in tune. If not,
Heather on the
just
ukulele.
pretend. All righty. We ready, everybody?
We're ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That first one's free. Maybe it's much too early in the game. Oh, but I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve.
Wonder whose arms will hold you good and tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock that night. Welcoming in the new year, New Year's Eve.
Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose. Out of 1,000 invitations you receive.
But in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. Rockwell, table and stage, December 13th. Heather Holt on the ukulele,
Oh my
a
goodness.
Hawaiian instrument.
It is.
Now, this holiday show is not new to you guys.
This is our 5th year.
Fifth
Wow.
year. It
Yes.
changes every year, but this is our 5th annual.
Do you guys ever recycle some songs from
Yes.
the past?
Oh, yeah.
And you bring them on
We
back.
have,
Oh, yeah.
Like
we
the
have
Ghosts
audience
of Christmas
favorites that
Past.
they won't
Yeah.
let us not do.
Oh,
Right.
I love that.
Yes.
Right, but we have a mega medley. Mega medley.
Mega?
medley.
Well, we'll be there.
medley.
Mega
We're
medley.
gonna go.
Oh, we're totally
We're
going.
absolutely going. So.
Excellent.
So I have to talk. You know, you guys have so many TV credits, and you guys have just been doing so well. What are your must-haves like in your dressing room? Because you guest on a lot of shows. If you know you're going to be on set for a day, 2 days, 3 days, what are your must-haves in your dressing room?
My own toilet.
Oh gosh.
I'm not kidding.
Are those hard to come by?
Isn't that part of the trailer?
Well, yes, it most.
What kind of shows are
usually-
you doing, Todd?
Most usually is, although there are some times when you Paramount when you work on a show at Paramount and they have these offstage dressing rooms, and then you have to go down the hall and use the bathroom, which someone else could be in there using too, and you're no, I don't.
Because you have nerves on set,
gotta
right?
run my lines on the toilet. I need to do that.
Oh, he's got his.
Some people do lines on the toilet. Some people do lines on the toilet. Some people do their Instagram on the toilet. You know, like
Yes.
whatever's happening. Heather, like, what are your must-haves?
What are my must-haves?
Like when you're packing your bag for a day on the set, you know you're going to be in your trailer.
Oh, you didn't say what I.
what
bring
do
to
I
the
always
dressing
take?
room.
Yeah.
I always take all my magazines I haven't read. So I have my whole stack of magazines, and I catch up on my magazines in between. And I'm off, and I don't obsess with my phone. I have a little magazine time.
It's like a book, Sweetie magazine.
It's a book, but
You know.
it's soft.
Yeah.
It's like the Planned Parenthood pamphlet that I
Yeah,
get.
kind of.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
Ish. Mm-hmm.
So Heather, we actually have a little clip. This is kind of you, like.
no.
I found some footage from you, like on a date. On a date.
It's good hair.
This is how
Good
you react
hair.
to meeting men. This is actually a scene from Major Crimes. So I just want to take a quick look. It's so funny.
Passion has always been retail security.
Oh, look at that transition.
We here at La Voice Department Store will be happy
Oh,
to employ you. Yes. Welcome aboard, Mr. Tracy.
she loves her mans.
Welcome aboard.
Oh, look at that look. Love to see. Look at that. Yes, that's how Heather meets her men's.
Always. Is there any other way?
So
Or
she
I have
shakes
to-
them down. She just shakes
don't
their
let
hands
go
until
till they say yes.
yes.
I do have to
Works
ask you,
every
you
time.
you have a BFA in musical theater, correct?
I
So
do.
so do I.
Oh my
so
goodness.
what I wanted to
Yes.
know was when you
Barbara's
sort
on.
of made the transition from thinking I'm going to do, when I graduated from college with the BFA in musical theater, the only thing on my mind was being on Broadway. I didn't think about anything else other than that. It did not happen. Got close, but how did you transition from going from thinking let me just do everything in a theater to let me go to LA and audition for screen and television, and how did that come about?
Because I got to a point in my career where all the roles I wanted to play, I needed to be like 40s, 50s, 60s. So I'm like, let me go to LA. Then I'll age into all the roles I want to do in theater.
And
then I'll go back to New York.
Well, go back.
I love
there
that
you go.
approach. Well,
Yeah.
and now so many TV stars are on Broadway.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Chicago now has, God, you name
Boom.
it.
Everyone's been in Chicago, I feel like.
Melanie Griffith was in Chicago.
I mean, Wendy Williams was in
Christy
Chicago.
Brinkley was in Chicago.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I mean, so yeah.
Nene Leakes was in Chicago.
Was she?
Yeah,
She
she
was
played
in
Mama
Cinderella
Martin.
too. She
yeah,
was
but
quite good in Cinderella, actually. I saw it. You didn't. You know?
Okay.
It's different.
And Todd, we actually have one of my favorite. You are so good in your characterizations, and your comedy comes through in everything you do. One of my favorite characters you did, of course, was from Parks and Recreation, especially in today's times where we don't know the crazy people coming out. This is where it starts, and I have to play.
That's happening here is not allowed.
We at the Society for Family Stability Foundation object to this smut being taught. It's against Pawnee's abstinence-only sex education law.
That's only for schools.
Actually, it's not. The way the bill is drafted prohibits
Rob
any
Lowe.
government employee from teaching anything but abstinence citywide.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
If we allow this bill
sounds
to be
chemistry.
taught to our seniors, the next thing you know, it'll be in our high schools, then our kindergartens, and before you know it, we have babies in thong underwear. Is that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
Ladies and gentlemen, this vulgar sex show is over. Please forget everything this horrible woman has told you.
It is not over. It is far from over. Andy, pack up our bananas.
Awesome. So
Just leave with Chris Pratt chewing on banana. Nice.
I have many times in my mind.
I was waiting for that.
You're welcome.
You know?
But coming to a set like Parks and Recreation, obviously they have this team, brought together. We actually had Jim O'Hare on the show. Is it hard to come in and out? I mean, your character appeared a few times, but how easy was it to just fit into that kind of ensemble?
That first time, I have to say, was terrifying. However, Amy Poehler was immediately welcoming. Everybody was. Rob Lowe.
Well, they drink on set, so.
They do not.
I know, I'm just teasing.
Well, I'm blonde, so, people like me.
Oh, speaking of blonde, we actually have a picture with of you in your long.
Oh dear!
What is happening? Please tell me this is an audition for Chippendales. Like, was this a headshot you used?
I hope
No,
so.
Pirates of Penzance. Oh, nice!
I had that hair, and I had those pictures taken that day because it was the day that I was cutting it off to go do Seymour and Little Shop of Horrors, and I
because that's
I
the
just took
dentist.
pictures.
That's not Seymour.
Because-
That's the dentist.
That's
Audrey.
Fabio. That is. I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
How did you let your hair grow that long? Like, were you getting roles like having hair that long?
I was, but I was hiding it. I was putting it in
a bun?
Oh,
I see.
Yeah.
He had a man
I actually
bun.
had auditioned for Little Shop of Horrors with that hair, but it was up in a hat.
Man bun.
Man bun. You
Top
made the man
knot.
bun
Top
popular
He was the
before.
first one. He was the pioneer of the man bun.
God, I wish you were the last one too. Man bun should not be around anywhere. So we actually have rapid fire for you guys.
Oh.
We do. Also, though, I did want to ask one question with Parks and Rec, just because I was a huge fan. Was there any room for improv on the set, or did they make you stick to a structure?
Yes, here's how they did it.
Yeah.
They, whenever you do a network show, you have to do the lines that are written. You have to get that once. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you do that. So they would do a couple of takes and get all that perfectly, and then Amy would yell "fun run," and then you just had to get the gist of the scene and just do whatever you wanted. And sometimes they use that stuff.
Love that. Sometimes I feel like there would be more pressure to succeed in improv than there would in just the normal scene that they wrote for you. Because you're like, oh God, I want to be. It has to be funnier than whoever just said that. It's got to be funnier. It's got to be funnier. But
No, you can never. Right, Fred? You can concur
I
this. You
feel the
don't ever
same
want
way,
to try
yeah.
to be
The
funny.
king of
way too,
improv
right?
ensemble.
Yeah, and sometimes the improv
pressure.
goes for 15 minutes
Yeah.
until the director says, okay, let's get back to the scene.
But it's funny when you're caught in a bad improv and you know what's going wrong, like beads of sweat, and you try to be funny, and then it gets unfunnier, and then you say something inappropriate,
It's like
and then
when-
Helen Keller's upset at you. Like it's out of control.
never want to upset Helen Keller.
No.
Oh,
gosh.
she'll just shake her fist at you.
God, Alexander.
I know. Okay, are you guys ready for rapid fire?
Yes, ready.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You can, whatever.
Heather Alt.
Okay.
Celebrity
yes.
crush.
Okay. Oh, celebrity. Oh my God. What?
Todd Sherry?
His name just escaped me. Chuck.
Can't be that much of a crush.
Zach Levi.
Chuck
Zach,
Woolery?
Zach Levi.
Love.
Zach Levi. I was
saw
like, his
him
name
on-
went out.
I saw him on Broadway.
I did too.
He's got a
good.
voice on him.
He does.
was good.
Okay. Your favorite show tune you wish you would have made famous.
A favorite show tune? Oh, When You're Good to Mama.
Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
It's the most marketing they've gotten in years.
The least the least favorite thing you've ever had to do in a role.
The least favorite thing?
You're like, oh, fine, I'll do it because it's the role. But
Wear absolutely no makeup and get absolutely no makeup or hair done and just go on national network television with my full Morning face. Good morning.
Even I won't go on without my morning face.
Uh-huh.
This is funny because we're talking about cooking. You are cooking to impress your date, and what are you cooking?
I make really good breakfast foods. So I
Do
could
they
make-
stay the night?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is my love life we're talking
Yeah.
about, not yours.
Oh! Burn! I had like acid reflux because the burn came back to bite me.
That deserved the fake applause, by the way. That deserved the fake applause. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so your breakfast, is it like...
I make really good pancakes and frittatas, and I make really good
Frittatas.
breakfast foods.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Okay, for Heather or Todd?
Heather.
Okay.
Oh.
Heather, what did you do last night?
What did I do last night? I look at Todd because I can't remember.
You've actually looked at him for everything.
I am her memory.
Did I see you last night?
You saw me yesterday.
I hung out.
Do you
with
remember?
I hung out with my dog.
All right. Well,
Did you make him breakfast?
what was the last impulse purchase you made?
My dog.
What was something
horrible
that
at
you?
this.
What was something
Horrible.
that you got for Christmas last year?
A Frozen T-shirt
I thought you were
from
gonna
my
say a
sister.
dog.
A Frozen T-shirt?
From my sister.
Oh, like a Frozen, like the Disney.
Yes.
Let it go. Let it
No.
go.
In my mind, I'm like, is it like,
too.
like
I saw a block
Midwest-
of ice with a
Yes,
T-shirt
that's
in
what I
No,
was
it
like.
was Frozen.
Like a Titanic
Yep.
T-shirt.
That's what it was. And a
And
big block of ice.
Where is your most ticklish spot on your body?
Oh, it would be my knees.
Everyone heard that? Y'all got that?
Don't give me that
Whose
face.
knees are ticklish? It's like the rest of
Mine.
it's fine, and you get there like, woo.
Girls have tickly
Okay,
knees.
for Todd now.
Do they too? Yeah.
Okay,
okay.
Todd, what's the longest relationship you've ever been in?
2.5 years.
When was the last time? Oh, this is for Alexander. Never mind. It was. When was the last time you drank a bottle of alcohol by yourself? That's
Oh my
for him.
gosh.
It was with Heather last night feeding her dog.
Do you have any pets?
I do not.
Because you're never home.
How
True.
do you feel about long distance relationships?
Impossible.
Do you have a crush on someone right now?
In real life or like a celebrity?
Are we not in real life? Is this not real life?
Well, I mean, for real, no.
All right. Who's your celebrity crush then right now?
I don't know. I like Ricky Martin just got married, but I liked him.
It's gay married. It's fine.
And then what is your favorite time of the day?
Ooh, that time when the sun is at that angle that it's sort of coming straight at your face and everybody looks 10 years younger. That golden hour,
Good point.
That's when I wake up.
point.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's mine.
All right, Todd. The number one tip you would give people to have a great TV audition.
Bring yourself to the role.
Okay. A past TV lead that you wish you would have originated. It could be way back. It could be
Jack and Will and Grace.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
How? What is your number of drinks before you get tipsy?
13.
No. I think Dorothy Parker said it best. Oh dear, my
he's tipsy already.
My Yama claws fell off.
Your mom.
Oh my God, it really is a yarmulke.
I
It
love
is
it.
a Yama claws. Dorothy Parker said, "Martini's the drink I love the best. 2, I'm under the table. 3, I'm under the guest."
Oh! Okay, so
you should
3.
write that down. That's
Right.
good.
Pour him 2 more. Okay. What is the favorite thing that you own?
Oh, oh gosh.
It can't
so
take
many
it.
things.
It can't take it anymore.
It's out.
There's a fire in your house, God forbid, and you have to take one thing.
Oh!
But not like family pictures or whatever, because everybody will say that. Then.
Right.
It's
like
a dresser.
one thing that you bought.
It's a dresser that I own that is from my family came to this country in 1629.
Yes.
And I have a dresser that has been in the family since Lord knows when. And when my grandmother owned it all her life, then she wrote in black crayon down the side of the drawer to my mother when she gave it to my mother, what the history of the dresser, and then said, "And when you no longer want it, please give it to Todd." So I have this dresser that has my grandmother's writing in crayon on the inside of a drawer.
That's beautiful. Now,
that
why
is
don't you?
from, Lord knows when, the 1700s or something.
That's amazing. Now, why don't you put that on Instagram? We have to see like animals in your backyard that come there and like flowers that may have bloomed. I want to see that.
Wow. You don't like my butterflies
I'm
coming to life
teasing.
in my
I love
backyard?
to see your butterflies in full
Oh, is
bloom.
that what that was? That was in your kitchen, though, not your backyard.
Well, I brought it in the kitchen.
You need to
while I
see his
hatched.
backyard. It's like walking,
Yeah.
like I was looking for Tattoo from Fantasy Island to come out. It's literally with all the flora and fauna and bugs and celebrities hanging out. Todd, what is the most overrated Broadway show of all time?
Oh gosh,
Just
Cats.
Oh, my mom's
And
heart
you know,
just
as
broke.
a friend of mine said
Sorry,
on
Mom.
Facebook recently, after seeing it in the Macy's parade, they said, "Well, Thanksgiving has taught me that cats should never be seen in the light of day."
Oh, jeez.
Okay, but here's the thing. What happened at the Macy's Day? Did you guys see poor Tony Bennett?
Yes.
It was so sad. I wish they would have just cut that out. I mean, he's 92?
90.
90 years old. Oh, God.
I remember what I did last night.
Tell me.
Wow.
Tell me right now.
The show started at 7. Did you know that?
Tell me right
It's
now.
not even very exciting. I went to a charity meeting. It's not even very exciting.
Well, it's charity.
It's good,
It's
but
good.
I remembered. I was literally staring, going, I meant not that. How did I? I didn't drink. I don't know what. So I know you're all intrigued by that. So I wanted.
Y'all got that?
Y'all got
Charity
it.
meeting.
Everybody.
Okay, on that note, without further ado, we have to bring the man of the hour, the man who has been in your bedroom, on your TV screen, and you love every minute of it. He turns the dull into delicious.
That was good, babe.
Oh, I copied it from AdFab.
Oh.
We need to bring on the man of the hour, 3-time Emmy nominee, stolen so many hearts, gives so much.
5-time.
5-time. We need to update that.
And winner
And
once.
one winner. And one-time win.
You guys, I'm so embarrassed right now. There we go. Mr. Fred Willard.
Yay!
Thank you.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Go Buckeyes.
Yes.
I'm glad to jump in here. This is a fun show. I just been watching here. It's, and I actually thought the applause was out in the hallway.
Fred, it is. It is.
Yeah, a lot of people.
It's all for you, Damien.
We passed a lot of people coming in.
Fred, I don't even know what to say. You know, we have so many great people on the show. We try to just aim higher and higher. You walk in the room, I got nervous, I got sweaty, and it wasn't even the hangover, but you literally are such an icon for so many different reasons. The fact, again, when somebody brings themselves to so many different roles, then you've taken part in so many iconic films that I go to on a monthly basis. I've seen Waiting for Guffman 42 times. I saw Best in Show, and I even have my movie tickets. I saw it 22 times in the movie theater. But then when you're on TV, we see you in these shows. You pop up everywhere.
He's on Modern Family.
Well,
yes, I know. Emmy award winner. But you could never be in the witness protection program.
No. It seems people always say, "Oh, gee, you're working all the time." It's not true. A lot of them are reruns. You do. It's,
I want to see your residuals. That's what I want to see.
I got a lot of residuals. 23 cents there, 67 cents there.
Yeah, but you're 23 cents. Thanks for the pool, you know. Fred, you're known for so many big things, but I think the most important thing that you ever did was a pork and bean commercial, and we actually have that footage with some greats. James Wood is in this. Peter Boyle is in this, and we just have to play this amazing commercial.
Leave it to Alexander to find this.
Pork and beans. Look at those pork and beans.
One taste of Campbell's home-style pork and beans, and you will think of home.
Bemidji, Minnesota.
Because we've added all those great home-style things: rich red ketchup, chopped onion, bits of smoky bacon, molasses, just like they do back
Peter
home.
Boyle.
Pinckneyville, Illinois.
Look at that sexy man.
Wherever that may be.
Coalwood, West Virginia.
Pause.
I just saw that. I have no memory of having done that. That was a long time ago.
Let's just say everybody else in that commercial, other than Peter Boyle, rest in peace, and James Woods, they're like, God damn, like where did they end up, right? So you don't remember that commercial?
I do not remember doing it. No.
Okay, I have to play one more from the Vault clip. This is your first movie appearance ever, and it's from a movie called Teenage Mother.
Teenage Mother, yes, I remember doing that, yes.
Okay, it's so funny. It's a little sexist, by the way.
It was 1967.
Yeah. Even the music in the back.
Hi, Coach. Just keeping in shape. Glad to see that, boys. Incidentally, I got some great news. Next semester, I'm going to have a lot more time to devote to the team. How come? Well, I'm not going to be teaching health education next semester. They're bringing in a new teacher. Huh, new teacher? Yeah, it's a woman. Don't laugh. She's supposed to be very good. Some kind of experiment the principal is trying. I don't know too much about it. It's supposed to be some kind of new course. Health education being taught by a woman. That's something new. Yeah, probably so old.
There we go. Wow. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that scene. The scene I remember, this woman who taught health education, very sexy Swedish woman, some bad guys pulled her into the boiler room and are going to have their way with her. I was walking down the hall with some of the young men, and we heard the screams. I broke into the boiler room and, what's going on here? Stopped it. Now, a year later, it came out. My wife and I saw it was playing in Staten Island. We got on the ferry and went across to watch it, and the scene came up. They were pulling her clothes off. I burst into the room and stopped the attack. The audience booed me.
Because they wanted to see the goods.
That's what they came to see.
Yes.
I was the villain here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Fred, did they even know what to do with you? Because such a handsome, strapping guy with this unique sense of humor. You have a very dry, just witty sense of humor. I bet your agents didn't know what to do with you when you first stepped on the scene.
No. A lot of them still don't.
Fred, what was the next destination after Second City in Chicago for you? Where did you go from there?
I came back to New York, and I was in a play called Little Murders off Broadway.
By Alan...
Directed by Alan Arkin, but
yeah.
Jules Pfeiffer wrote it. And then I got involved with an improvisational sketch comedy group called the Ace Trucking Company.
Right.
That. Your acting method, what is it? Has it changed over the years? When you get a script now, do you memorize the lines first? Like, what's your approach? It's such a stupid question, and like everybody gets asked it, but I'm fascinated.
And also, how does the approach differ from when you're approached for a live theater? A theatrical something on Broadway or off Broadway, and then something like a primetime, network show. Is it the same?
That's like 40 questions in one.
Well,
it's
the
all
theater,
the same.
The stage theater, I have to make sure it's not one of those long extended runs. I've done those. I'm not too good at it. But a TV show, if it's a network, you do read over the script. You very seldom say no to something, but. When I was in acting school, the teachers gave us some basic advice. They said, if you're going for an audition, first read your part, and then if you have time, read the whole script so you get an idea of what the script is going. Then, as time permits, go back and study it. So I will read my part first. And then I'll think, where are they going to shoot this? How many night shoots is this? When you see a night shoot party, at nighttime, you say, uh-oh. That's going to be a lot of long nights. But if it's there's three reasons to do a show. If it appeals to you as a part, if it's a lot of money, or if it's a friend's, someone someone you'd really admire.
Well, because you've done obviously major film, you've done TV, but you've done a lot of independent stuff too. That might not always be the bestseller or the top production value, but you do it.
Well, if it appeals to you, if it's a very offbeat thing, and maybe it's a friend or someone you really admire, come on in for a day. We'll give you. I've done things where at the end of the day they give you a bottle of wine and say thanks so much for doing it. but it's.
I'm still doing it. Yes.
Yes. But that's the main thing. And now I just try to avoid a lot of things.
You have such a unique style to you. Where you make the audience just pay attention to every single word that you're saying. And in some films, like in Best in Show, in fact, we have a clip that we're going to play, you're kind of like all over the place. It's like, where does this come from? Where do you get these ideas for your one-liners? Have you always been this witty, like as a kid? How did this unique sense of humor just become part of your language?
Well, I was a class clown as a kid. I never had any ambition to be an actor. I wanted to be a baseball player. And then after a while, I thought I might be a disc jockey. Then when I finally got out of school and everything, I went to New York, and I said, maybe I'll be an actor. I'll try that out.
Oh, maybe. But every actor that's been working for years to get one break is like, really?
So maybe try it.
But improvisation always scared me to death. And sometimes you just get into it, and you suddenly, the ideas just pop into your head. And other times, it's you fear that blank, facing a blank gray wall while everyone else is doing fantastic stuff.
So, but do you kind of bullet point a scene before that say, oh, this might be funny to say, or do you really just feel the energy of the scene?
Yeah, if you
map it out.
Expect improv, because thing you don't like when the director calls you the night before and says, "Now this scene isn't written in concrete. Anything you want to add?" Then I say, "Oh God, now they're going to expect to embellish, like you say, to make the writers work even funnier."
Right. Which is high pressure.
A lot of high pressure. So I'll try to think of alternate things to say, and I say, "This isn't as funny as what the writers wrote." But you never can tell if you get into. And Todd said what happens a lot in shows and movies, you do it once or twice as written, and then the director will sit back and say, "Oh, do this, do that." When I did Anchorman, Adam McKay, the director, would sit off stage and yell lines. "Where are my underpants?" Okay, it made no sense, but he loved it.
Well, it was so funny. On Anchorman, you did that whole bit about like your son was. It was just so funny. And Christina Applegate is sitting there like, "Oh, okay, I guess it's not my movie anymore." It's like, no. But I wanted to play the scene from Best in Show because I think it best talks about what I'm talking about. This movie about dogs and all that. Your one-liners that come in are so funny, and the actor you're with, it's so great. So I just wanted to play.
Jim Piddick was his name.
Giving him a thorough going over. Are all judges that thorough? I mean, she looked at the teeth.
It's very important that all the attributes are examined. Teeth, eyes, ears,
Ouch.
gums.
Am I seeing right? Where's she putting her hands now?
Just checking out the dog's testicular area to make sure that everything is intact.
Hate to go out on a date with Judge Franklin, have her judge me. That'd be no fun.
Please take your dog down and back for me, please.
Now she's having the dogs. Why do they have them run away from them and then back up? What's the point of that? What are they looking for?
Looking for the gait and movement of the dog, and it's very important to see the small angles. So Edie will be checking out this in particular.
Good way to judge a woman. Have her run away from me and then run back. Those birds on Carnaby Street.
Like, where did that come from?
Seen them run away from me.
But it's because there's so much conviction and everything that's being said.
That's
It's
a
phenomenal.
bloodhound, isn't it?
I think this is a tremendous dog, and I would say maybe in 2 to 3 years this could be a champion dog. But I just think it may be a tad immature for this year.
Just trying to get a little playing time in.
Take your dog down and back for me, please.
You know what would be funny? I don't know if they can do this, just an idea off the top of my head. Why didn't he put the bloodhound, put on one of those Sherlock Holmes and put a little pipe in his mouth? Are they ever allowed to do anything like that, dress up a dog in a funny way?
No, that's not quite what the purpose of these shows.
But it would, I think it could really get the crowd going. You know what I mean?
This is exactly what I'm talking about. It was like the other actor was like setting you up, but it's like you had to have like, okay, Sherlock, Holmes dog. It's just, it fits so well, and it keeps the movie rolling along so much. Like,
well, I have no idea where it came from. I pre-planned some jokes because I knew I was going to be on camera judging talking about the show, and I figured most of my stuff would be cut because Christopher Guest likes to cut everything down. So I thought of every joke I could think of. And then on the set, as it was going, things would just pop in. You just get going and you think funny. But I was in the character of a baseball player named Joe Garagiola, who actually did the color. And Christopher Guest said that this is what you're doing. He has no knowledge of dogs. I watched the tape with Joe Garagiola, so I had a basis. I became a little different character. And I became this guy who just was completely clueless about himself,
right.
Thought that everyone watching would be very interested, like how much weight he could lift. Completely.
But it's so funny.
Well, when the writing is almost ridiculous, and the actor just speaks it truly and seriously is really the funny in all of it. Because when you believe it,
I tried to make it as true as to what
Yeah.
I really put it myself in his mind what he wanted to say, and didn't want to go over the top, do something too crazy.
We had Paul Julian, who had a brief part in Waiting for Guffman, and he said the same thing. You have to play comedy as it's the most dramatic, as the most. You guys have such a cohesive ensemble, and people just look forward to every film. From, of course, Spinal Tap, which is such a cult favorite, to Waiting for Guffman was such a hit. Do you find with working with most of the same actors over, do you take more chances as each film comes? You're like, well, we were hilarious in this film, so we can do whatever we want. And because A Mighty Wind was a big departure for Waiting for Guffman. It had a different pace to it. It had a whole different theme and feel to it. it was so funny in a different way. But it was like you guys were just like, let's do whatever we want.
Well, the problem is you don't want to repeat yourself.
Right.
What did I do the last? Am I going to be? I don't want to just do the same thing. So I look for something to have my hair dyed a different color or wear something unusual. In Mighty Wind, I had my hair dyed, and Christopher Guest didn't know I was going to do that. And he was a little taken back. And then I said, I'd like to have an earring.
It fits the character so well.
Yes. But he said, no earring. So the next movie I did, it was his idea to dye my hair blonde. Then he said, I also see a little earring in there, too.
Wife in the corner.
Yeah.
If you can take on an extreme character and do that extreme character as if you were that guy, because no one thinks to themselves, oh, I'm nuts, unless you're a professional wrestler, you're over the top. But even then, you just enjoy what they're doing. You like to think they really believe what they're saying.
And I loved it that you just said that. It's like, nobody thinks that they're nuts. You play people that we've all seen and know so well from their pattern, their speech, with the craziness. He's gonna say, "Oh, it's over the top." It's never over the top because your foundation is such reality and personalities that we've all come in contact with, especially like Waiting for Guffman, especially us from the theater world. Like, we've seen that. I wanted to play the scene from Waiting for Guffman, the restaurant scene. So this is what I've heard, a rumor that this was one of the first scenes that the execs saw, and they thought, oh, God, this is a really sad film because it's so funny and true.
Accurate, right.
And so I wanted to know, is that true? It's the scene that you guys are at the Chinese food restaurant. Yes. And I want to play a little bit because talk about subtlety in humor. This is, it's so go ahead, Kurt.
How'd you find this place?
Well, we've been coming here for many, many years.
Oh, yeah, we come every Thursday.
Mhm.
Well, with the rehearsals, you won't be able to now.
This is true.
In China, they will kill a monkey at the table and split its head open, eat the brains right out of it.
Pause.
We had friends, Barbara and Bruce, remember, who went to China, and I'm sure you're in the travel business that you've been there, but they went to Peking where they make the ducks, and what they say is that the food over there is not as good. You can't get a sauce as thick and sweet over there. They don't make it like that. Their food is like...
Catherine was actually drinking real wine.
Oh,
there.
she was?
Yeah, nobody knew it until the scene was over. Chris, this is real wine.
So good.
Beach, we got a great package, a week, 2 weeks. All expense, yeah.
You get everything, any kind of food in play. You don't. You get Chinese here, and.
We're talking about Miami now, dear.
Yeah, we'd love to go. We'd love to. Is it a
great
direct?
package, a week.
It's a direct.
Like there are Chinese people in Miami.
We've stopped
What do you have to do? Of course, there's Chinese people in Miami.
We're talking about China.
Well, I'm talking about going to Miami. That's the only
Miami.
thing.
We're talking about Miami.
Dear, why don't you put some food on your stomach before you have any wine?
What's that?
Yes.
Girl talk. What's it like to be with a circumcised man? I'd ask you more about that, but Ron said the whole Jew thing's.
Okay, perfect. But there was, like, we look at it, it's so funny, but this was so new to the scene. This is Spinal Tap happened years ago, and it was about the music and all this, and this was really like an insight as to community theater, but also relationships. We've all had dinners like this with the drunk couple, or, it's... What was the preparation for the scene, and did you guys...
To begin with, this is a scene I thought they weren't going to do because it got kind of late at night, and then they said, okay, we're going to the Chinese restaurant. I said, oh, great. Now, when Chris talked to me about the movie, he said, for instance, will this scene in this Chinese restaurant, we'll film for about 2 hours. I thought, what am I going to improvise for 2 hours? So the scene started, we were all sitting around, no one said anything. So that line about in China, they cut open a monkey's head and eat the brains. Yes. I just said, because I heard that's a true fact, but I said that.
It's good dessert talk.
Yeah, just to get the ball rolling. And then it started going.
To get the ball rolling.
And we went through the different lines. Catherine was drinking real wine, and Chris from off stage kept saying, drain the glass, drain the glass. And she plays the drunk perfectly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So does Alexander.
And
Stunt double.
He's been drunk all evening.
We filmed it. We were having a lot of fun. And finally, Chris said, cut. Okay, we got it. I said, wait, I'm not done. Because at 2 hours, I still had more. Anything. What else do you want to talk about? So it's like, I guess like a musician. They say, the first couple hours, musicians are great, but the second set, they really get going. So we were having a lot of fun. And the woman who played Eugene's wife, I loved her because
so funny.
They said to her, "What are you going to do?" She said, "I think I'll just lay back and let the guys take it." I said, "Oh, God bless you." So she was great.
Now, you guys had such a great chemistry in every scene that you did, so respectful of each other's improv. It's like you guys knew when to come in with something funny, when to interrupt something. How do you build that trust on set? And this is actually a question for you guys also coming in as a guest star, or when you're kind of at the mercy of other actors. How do you build that trust so quickly? Because it's like, okay, now we got to go up.
Well, I know when you're a guest
Good
on
question,
a show,
man.
you really feel
Thanks.
like the first day at a new school. And even if they try to be warm and friendly, they still have inside jokes and references.
Right.
And I kind of hang on the fringe and let it go. In the movies we do with Christopher Guest, I had such great respect. I'm such a fan of Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara and Bob Balaban. I'm so thrilled to be working with them. And yet, suddenly I'm there doing a scene with them, and Eugene is a great victim. He's so easy to make fun of. Right to his face. So in my character, I remember in one movie they cut it out, but I said I was supposed to have met him at a party. Say, "You look like someone who spends a lot of time in the bathroom." I don't know what it meant, but it's just. But he just yeah. So, but he's a good victim. I never worked with Robin Williams. I wouldn't have wanted to because you just have to sit back and let him go crazy. But we all try to keep the story going, and. As I said, I'm a big fan of just whoever I work with. Bob Balaban is so quiet, and you don't realize how funny he is.
He's
a wonderful. He doesn't. Yeah.
He had some great moments in the Skeleton Twins. I don't know if you've seen that, but he had some quiet moments. But the Christopher Guest films just seem so perfect as an ensemble. But your performance, even in like Modern Family, it's just so perfect. It's like you can
Which is
relax.
another ensemble show.
Right, that you entered in. Do you ever walk on set and they just say, "Okay, be funny," and you're like, "Oh God, do I have to be funny today?"
They don't. No, I don't remember ever having.
Well, what's also
they do expect it, though.
Really funny.
That's
is
what I mean. It's like
I've
had a lot of comedic actors, and like sometimes they don't even write the scene because they figure that I'll do it, and it's like, well, no, I didn't show up to write your show. I came to be an actor, and so that's a thing too.
Yeah. But the great thing about Modern Family too is that you manage to be hysterical a lot of times from behind like the Skype computer screen.
Yeah.
That is not an
funny.
easy thing to do, and it's done effortlessly. So
that show also they'll let you do it a few times, then they say, "Okay, let's open it up now," and then I get kind of nervous. Oh, geez, I thought we did it. I thought it was as funny as it could be.
Fred, what happens after a full day on set where you're funny and you're improvising? Some of your stuff hits, some of it misses, but at the end of the day, you've done your job. What happens to you when you go home? Are you still funny at home? Or let's say you are having...
Mary.
Like, no, but honestly, like if you're having dinner with Mary and like another couple, do you feel like you have to be Fred Willard or...
No, I'm usually kind of quiet when
really?
I'm out. And the drive home.
Yeah,
so Mary does one-woman shows when you go home, right? She's like, I
yes,
got a show.
yes,
no, I'm not quiet at home. But on the drive home, I'll think, oh, God, I should have said this. Oh, my God. Then I roll it over in my mind. I almost think, should I turn around and go back and say, let's shoot that scene. Then a little later down the road, I'll say, no, that was the funniest choice. Then I'll go home and I'll say, it went well. Yeah, I did. I had a few funny moments there, but you don't want to jinx yourself because then you watch it, the scene may have been cut out,
right?
Which is the worst feeling to an actor when you do something and you see the scene was cut out. I had someone tell me once that they did a movie just because of a certain scene. They loved it, and when they saw the movie, they cut it out. It feels like part of you has been cut off. Wait a minute.
I want to talk about your participation in evening talk show history. You've been in on the Tonight Show so many different times. You get that live audience response. Does that bring you back to your Second City days with the live audience? And
well, a lot of the shows I do now that are talk shows, the audience is really geared up. They'll laugh.
They have the audience warm up people.
Yes, and it's a wonderful feeling when you say the slightest thing, and the house. And so then you relax, you're on a roll. It's not like getting up in a club, on
Right.
open mic night.
Have you ever
Be
done
funny.
stand-up
Yes.
comedy?
Yes.
How did that go?
It went great when people came to see me. No, with people who knew who I was, they'd come, and it was wonderful. I went out with a 4-piece band, and I did some music and did some really funny things. But then you'd hit a late show in some town where people were, who's on stage? And then I was never the kind of guy who says, I'm going to stay up here till I get that audience.
What's your tip to an actor involved in an improv scene and it's just not going well? And it's not going well, your partner's not giving you what you need. What is your tip for an actor to survive that?
I would say just stop trying to be funny and just try to move the scene forward,
Okay.
and the funny will come. And I even tell people who are nervous about acting, improvising, just get into the scene, and we can all look, right now we're improvising, but just keep it going, and pretty soon something funny will come out.
I hope it happens tonight. Yes.
Most of it was in the first 15 minutes. I was where's that audience? Yeah.
I have to tell you, Fred, and I'm not just fanning out right now.
You're totally fanning out right now.
I am, but there's such a genuine energy in the room that you give forth. It's professional, but it's genuinely funny, and you are a genuine person. How did you meet these rascals?
Us?
I met Todd and Heather through Joanne Worley.
Love Joanne.
Yeah,
Yes.
she brought us all together.
Yes.
She's the tie the bind.
There's a rubber
That's
chicken
actually
for
her
Joanne.
laugh.
I thought it was
Yes.
your laugh. I thought you were laughing.
That's
She's
my
in a
laugh.
rubber chicken.
Joanne gave me this rubber chicken.
When I die, my ashes will be placed in a rubber chicken. That's all I have to say.
And you ask if they ever call back old songs from their earlier shows. I always request a couple of. I've seen, I think, at least 3 of the 5 shows.
Yeah.
And I request "Baby, It's Cold Outside."
Yeah.
And if you're not in the mood to be sad and cry, don't request "A Mother's Shoes." Mama.
It's the Christmas Shoes is the title of the song.
Christmas
Yeah, I
Shoes.
know that song.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Are we going to be hearing that?
No, not
this upcoming
tonight.
Show?
Not tonight.
Well, if Fred's in the audience, it has to be
Yeah,
done.
You don't want to hear it. No, but it's really a tearjerker. It's a wonderful song.
Fred has a sentimental streak, by the way.
Oh my God!
He
yes.
likes a sentimental.
Well, I love legitimate Christmas.
Yes.
Traditional Christmas, I really love.
Like the Carpenter Christmas, not like the Britney Spears Christmas.
Yes.
Right.
Right. And by the way, speaking of Christmas, you know that Fred will be the host of Santathon 2016 on December 14th
No,
and
but
15th.
you do.
At
Thank
Acme Theater, 8 p.m.
Yes.
And we'll be
that's a big
performing.
show. This-
That's a great space for your fans to get to be up and close with
It
you.
is, and there's some great guests. Todd and Heather are on the show. It's 2 nights. They can only do 1 night, but we have.
They're in demand.
Chris Fairbanks. We got
The
Joanne
Lampshades.
Worley.
Joanne.
Wait, when is this?
December 14th and 15th.
The 2 days after our show, December 13th.
We're going to be busy that whole week.
Yes.
This is a great opportunity for fans, especially to start the holidays season.
Well, it's a fake telethon to save Christmas because Santa's did something bad and his Christmas is bankrupt this year. And Jay Leno came by one year came in on his motorcycle.
Saved the day.
Sat backstage.
I love that.
Came out, donated $1 billion. It was one of those huge checks.
Yes.
And he
Ileana
stayed around.
Douglas has done the show.
Oh,
Ileana
Douglas. Yes.
We love her. She's the new TCM face, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's fun. You'll enjoy it. A lot of laughs. We have a Donald Trump impersonator. We'd almost say
They're making a lot of money.
Right.
Hope they pay their taxes.
Now, speaking of in demand, there we go.
Fred, I just have to say, people must recognize you wherever you go. You probably can't even go to the grocery store, or the gym, or wherever. What would you say to fans? Because sometimes you just want to have a quiet dinner, or sometimes you just want to. How do you deal with fans that always they want you to be Fred Willard on stage?
Well, for one thing, make sure you know who the person is that you go up to talk to. Don't say, who are you?
Oh, gosh.
What have you done? What have I seen you in? That never ends well.
Oh, my gosh.
Secondly, if they want a picture, make sure you know how your camera works.
But I have to say, because I've done that, and I know how my camera works, believe me, I've taken pictures of many kinds, but you get nervous when you're with an icon sometimes, and you just get nervous.
Yes. Well, when I was a young boy, I'm from Cleveland, a big baseball fan, I would wait outside the stadium for the players to come out. I'd wait forever, follow them up the street to get their autograph. So anytime anyone wants an autograph or a picture, I I try never to turn them down. I'll be as patient, even if I have something else to do. I want to be kind to them.
That comes from classy Hollywood, I will say. You know, I had the privilege of interviewing Shirley Jones, and that's what she said too. Is you never say no to
Jim O'Hare said that too. Yeah, Jim O'Hare said the same.
Yeah, it's just a good thing to be.
Okay, we are going to play rapid fire with you.
Oh boy.
The perfect response.
Yes.
Let me put on my thinking cap. Oi.
Do you want to go first?
Oi, it's so hot in here. Why am I saying that? That's not the. Do we have a spritz?
It looks great.
That's better. Ooh.
Okay, Fred. I'm so sorry. What is your favorite time of the day?
Just as the sun goes down.
Just as
twilight.
Okay, and
good book.
What is the best vacation you've had?
I would say I think 5 or 6 days we spent in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We won it and through some prize. We got a wonderful suite overlooking the ocean.
Good
I love
to me. Who, growing up, who was your role model?
Growing up, I don't know if I had a role model when I was young. Just kind of.
What is one of the funniest things you've heard today?
Something I pick out of your first few minutes there. You guys, I can't quote them all.
Okay, and do you have, do you have a crush on someone right now? Hello, Mary. Do you have any nervous habits that people would notice?
Oh, that's funny.
Like I tend to, if I have something in my hand, I tend to play with it like all the time.
Oh, I guess if I have a pen or clicking a pen.
Yeah, I get like that all
crazy. She'll say, "Stop what?"
I would listen.
But I've heard that that's a sign of like a creative mind. Constantly has to be doing something.
Mary says no. If Mary says no, it's no.
Does he do chores?
Yes. I'll answer that, yes.
Yes.
And I like to chew a good piece of gum occasionally. She claims I pop the gum. It's only popping if you chew with your mouth open. But
no, it's popping when you pop the bubble, right?
Well, no,
but people snap their gum, and I can't understand that.
Even with your
I
mouth
like
closed,
that noise.
People do.
What kind of gum do you like, Fred?
Well, I just had some today. I don't know what the brand is, but
is it a sugar-free or a
double
not
bubble?
Sugar-free. Double
bubble is a blast
gum.
from the past.
That
is a good
Bubba
one.
Hubba.
Nice.
It's a good Double bubble Bubba. gum.
Okay, Fred.
No, you're good. Go.
Okay,
Ben.
Fred. What is a classic role in film that you would have loved to have redone?
That I would have done?
Yep.
Redone.
Yeah, that you would love to have originated.
Oh boy, anything Burt Lancaster did. He was my
You
idol.
were such a Burt Lancaster.
Yeah, for years. Yeah, so I just, I used him as kind of a role model. And
there we go.
What's the one dramatic role that you wish that you would have played?
Oh boy. Maybe it's a Wonderful Life, the Jimmy Stewart.
Oh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'd have been good at that.
Yeah.
They should do a redo where you play Jimmy Stewart and then you also play Clarence.
2 in 1.
One-man show, yeah.
Well, Jim Carrey did A Christmas Carol, played all the goddamn roles. Right.
$8,000? You lost $8,000?
Hot dog. I wish I had $1 million.
There we go. On the Rocks Playhouse. What is one thing you've said no to when they've asked you to do something? You're like, I just can't do that.
Ooh, I mean, theatrically. I can't, let's see. I was offered a part in It's Only a Play. The one who was the critic we saw it, we loved the show, but he got spaghetti thrown on him. In the whole second act, he had to stand there with spaghetti. And they were going to do another company of it, and I said, no, I just don't want to do that. I was going to offer
no
myself
marinara for you.
I love it. You've done so much on film. We saw you in Epic movie with the fake blonde hair, but you've said no to spaghetti.
Spaghetti, well, yeah, but I can think of after the show. How long it takes to get that off and stay. No, I said no. The Nathan Lane part, and they said, no, Fred, we have someone for that.
One project that you look back and you go, oh, woof.
Well, strangely enough, it was a TV show called Tabitha.
Oh.
The witch.
The
Oh,
spin-off
Sabrina.
of the witch.
Sabrina.
The teenage witch.
No, there was a
There was a Tabitha.
show.
It
There was a Tabitha?
Yeah,
was it about
grown-up
Samantha?
Tabitha, yeah.
No. Was it with Aaron?
No.
No, it wasn't. Okay.
Oddly enough, I had to play a very egotistical movie producer. The waiter had to come by. Tabitha was supposed to wink, cause her magic, and he was supposed to dump the shrimp salad over my head. We were doing this outdoors. The day had been a long day. The sun was going down. My favorite time of the day.
Good callback.
He missed. Hit my shoulder. We all had a good laugh. He missed the second time. He missed the third time. About 5 takes, they finally got it on my head. The director says, "We got it. Let's move on. You're wrapped, Fred." And I was sitting there, and the makeup people say, "I'm sorry, all we have is some dry napkins." So I had to just wipe them off. So I don't like things dumped on my.
Well, obviously,
Who
because
does?
you said no to spaghetti, but the shrimp was fine because it was
Oh,
it was fancier.
Organic.
Yes. We have.
Are you texting, sweetie?
No. My poor mom is in the chat room. She hasn't been able to log in on.
Oh, do we have any questions in the chat room?
We've had. We've had.
That's why these
many
earphones are on,
questions.
because I'm having trouble hearing you with the earphones.
Honey, they can hear me in Africa right now. Okay. We have to bring on. We have somebody special that we met in Palm Springs.
Tiffany.
We've co-broadcasted with a network in Palm Springs called MyCityEveryday.com, and one of their co-hosts happens to be in town, so she's gonna just pop in and give us some beauty tips. But we're not done with everybody. So Tiffany, that's what
Tiffany, can you hear us? Hello.
Papa, can you hear me?
Tiffany, make us beautiful.
Tiffany.
Tiffany, she's going to come in and she's going to sit right here. Fred, we could talk to you for hours and hours and hours.
We also have a How Well Do Heather and Todd Know One Another game as well, if you wanted to go to that right now.
Okay.
While we wait for Tiffany. Okay, guys, so this is a game that I came up with. So basically, I'm going to tell you like 3-ish true or false statements perhaps about each other, and you will tell me if it's true or not. Okay?
Great.
So, Heather, you're going to
Yes.
start, and this
Great.
is for Todd. Okay, so is this true or false? Okay? Todd is ambidextrous but writes right-handed as a result of elementary school teachers taking things out
False.
of his right hand.
False.
Okay, why?
Because I know he writes left-handed.
You're right. You're right.
Because
you're
I'm
right.
left-handed, so I know.
Hey.
All geniuses are. Fred,
we can
are
sit
you
next to each other at the
left-handed?
restaurant.
Okay, true or false? Todd is the youngest of 3 boys.
True.
True. And true or false? Todd worked as a server at the Stardust Diner in New York City.
False. He worked at the Hard Rock Cafe.
She's good. She's good. Okay.
Oh, and somebody was the security guard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
someone-
Vince
yes,
D'Onofrio.
yes. Okay, Todd, for Heather. How many game shows has Heather appeared on?
2. 3?
See?
Oh, it is
What
3.
are the 3 game shows?
Bingo America, where I
Uh-huh.
won $8,000.
Uh-huh.
The Price is Right.
Did you have to pay
And
taxes
Celebrity
on that
Name
before
Game.
they give you the $8,000?
No, you have to claim it on income tax.
Okay, true or false?
You
Heather,
don't pay taxes in the new America. Come on.
True or false? Heather worked at Maria's Crisis in New York City. It's a piano bar.
False. She worked at the Duplex.
Y'all are great.
With Kate
worked at the Duplex?
Pazakis, who now books
Rockwell, yes. we
You
know
know
Kate
her
very
well.
Ben Rimmelauer is now doing his new show back. Anyway.
Okay, this is like a super close friend question. Okay,
No pressure.
super.
I got 3 for 3, but no pressure.
I don't know if you'll get it's a lot. But what are the 8 musical instruments that Heather
Oh,
plays?
jeez.
8?
Okay. Ukulele.
Yep.
Cello.
Yep.
Flute.
Yep.
Piano.
Yep.
Ukulele.
4 more.
Flute, piano. Is it a reed instrument? Clarinet.
Yes.
No wonder she's with her cats all the time.
Kazoo. Does that count? Because
No.
she plays a mean kazoo. She can even do it without one. That's Heather without the kazoo.
Think more reed instruments.
Oboe.
Yes. Keep thinking reed.
Saxophone.
Yes. And one more.
And is it also a reed instrument?
It's not.
Oh no, it's
A
I
guitar.
said ukulele. Oh, guitar. Yeah, guitar and ukulele. Yes.
Yes,
My
that's
God.
8. Piano, cello,
I know,
oboe,
the
flute,
guitar's
sax,
hanging.
guitar,
the guitar is
clarinet.
hanging on the wall in her living room.
And game shows is not new to this whole crowd. Fred, you did the celebrity pyramid show.
Yes.
So is that fun for you when you have
No,
to?
it's very nerve-wracking.
We helped him.
Mary, is
did.
it fun for you? No.
No.
We actually helped Fred prepare for that because Joanne Worley brought the board game and we played.
It's
At
great
Easter.
fun in your living room, but not on
Yeah.
TV.
We have a call in that we're going to take.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, who is this? Oh my God, it's Joanne Worley. Why does she sound like
And
the
the
evil
audience went wild.
Yeah. Oh, she has it with
got
her.
her own.
Honey, there's like a bit of an echo there. Are you in a cavern somewhere?
Yes, I am. I'm in my,
There
my
we got
kitchen
you.
den.
There we
you
go.
guys, this show rocks. You are
Oh. Joanne Worley,
so
this-
interesting and so entertaining. Thank you.
She said interesting first. Joanne, do you know? Joanne, God is my witness. I have never taken a drink in a live performance without the glass that you gave me with On the Rocks.
This is true.
This is
true.
true.
Very,
you
very
have
true.
it with you today?
It's
He's
re-
got it in
he's
his
got
hand
it
right
in
now.
hand.
Honey, we went to
Oh
Palm
my
Springs.
God, I hope you have washed it.
I don't know about that.
Please,
but-
put soap and water in it.
No, but Joanne, I literally took this to Palm Springs Pride. I will not do one live performance without this on stage with
Joanne,
me.
I am witness to it. He put it in his backpack with the rest of his
Okay.
toiletries and
Okay.
brought it with him to Palm Springs. He really did.
Oh, you guys, that's wonderful. I have so enjoyed
That's vodka,
listening
by
to
the
you
way.
guys. This is wonderful. But can I do a shameless plug for actors and others for animals?
It's
and
not-
pets?
Absolutely. it's not shameless.
shameless.
It's not
At
shameless.
Universal
shameless.
Hilton, and Paula Poundstone and Jay Johnson will be entertaining. My good friend Lily Tomlin will be presenting awards to Mr. and Mrs. Peter Bar and Aaron Pinocchio, and the wonderful Jamie Farr will be presenting the Betty White Inspiration Award to Loretta Swit. And
hot lips.
so y'all come to, you guys listening to this show, you're getting so much information about shows. For instance, Todd and Heather's Christmas show coming up, and also the Santathon. Your show at Rockwell's is on the 13th. There's so much to do this month.
There is a lot to
Yes,
do.
there is. So Sunday, December 4th, right, Joanne?
Yes, it's a luncheon at the Universal Hilton, the 4th, and it's called and we're raising money for actors and others for animals. So y'all come, okay?
Which you
Yeah,
two
I'm
are
gonna say-
huge advocates for as well.
Yes,
Fred.
yes,
Yes,
absolutely,
you
yeah.
guys have gotten countless awards and have been recognized for all the charity work you do. I was actually going to commend you both at the end of the show, but we'll do it now. I commend you both. I'm a huge PETA advocate, so
Good, yes.
Great.
Animals
yes.
need our protection.
Yeah.
So, honey, do you need two crazy guys doing celebrity interviews?
We need everything. Absolutely.
All right, honey, we're gonna talk to you. I have to say, Todd and Heather introduced us to the best. We had such a great time with you on our show. We had so much listener feedback already, Fred. I got so many emails before the show. Part of Hollywood history, this is where it's at.
This is where it's
True
at, love.
comedy. Joanne Worley, what do you think TV needs to do more of to be truly funny?
How about hiring Joanne Worley and Fred Willard more?
Yes.
Why is there not a sitcom? There should be a live sitcom.
It should be
where they
Todd
let
and
you guys
Heather
go out.
with Fred and Joanne as
Yeah.
our parents.
Let's write it up.
Come on.
In the Mexican Maid. Hello.
Todd and I have some ideas we're milling about, so we'll work it out.
I do know TV Land.
That's what we can call it. Milling about.
Milling about.
Milling about.
There you
What
go.
if it was in a mill restaurant?
It's about the Milling family.
Oh, yes, I like that.
We're
I
milling
like my
about.
mill idea, but fine, all right.
We got an outline already. We'll take it to the network.
TV Land is actually looking for stuff to fill.
Great.
Done.
Great.
Got it.
It's
TV
We
Land,
got it.
call
TV
us.
Land, are you listening?
Call
They're
us.
waiting for us in the hall. Can we wrap this up?
Yes. Joanne, you are such a joy. You are ageless, and I saw you. I got to.
Joanne, when are you
perform.
coming back?
Yeah, when are you coming back, girl?
Coming back to what?
This.
Oh, to do your show?
Yes. Next
well,
week.
How about tomorrow?
Honey, I'll be in a
Can't do it
coma
on the
tomorrow.
4th because that's our fundraiser at the Universal Hilton.
Right.
Yes. Love it so much. Thank you so much for calling in. We adore
I love
you.
all of you.
Love you, Joanne.
Love you.
Okay, guys, you're wonderful. Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you,
Bye.
Joanne.
Fred, do you
Joanne.
ever get starstruck by anybody?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I've been at a party a couple of years in a row where Sylvester Stallone was, and I wanted to go up and just shake his hand.
You got starstruck by Sylvester Stallone.
Well, I don't know if it's starstruck, but
I live for Mary's
but every
commentary.
time I look at
Mary needs her own show.
Mary, you need a camera on you the whole
Just
time.
called Reactions with Mary Willard. Reaction.
Yeah, but every time I want to go up to him, he's in a deep conversation with someone. But
I think I say deep coma, but okay. I love you, Fred Willard. Like, meeting an icon and hanging out with you, like you're one of the boys. Like,
well, I'll come back when Joanne comes back. You guys are great.
Oh my God, perfect.
You are so humble.
Joanne and me carpool.
We'll send you an Uber
We
this
live in the
time.
valley.
Todd took his broom, so it's fine.
Oh.
What keeps you so humble, Fred?
Oh, a lot of things. When you're in show business, believe me, it's no trick to be kept humble.
I love it. Well, we have a surprise guest visiting us from Palm Springs. Tiffany. We did some joint broadcast with MyCityEveryday.com. Beauty by Tiffany. Tiffany not only does beautiful looks for runway, but she also does special effects. In fact, we have a lot of pictures that you've shared. And you happen to be in West Hollywood. You're like, oh, I'll be in West Hollywood. I'm like, oh my God. You get
coming on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
girl.
was actually out here doing training at the Wella studio over at Woodland Hills. So when I had saw you guys liked one of my pages on Instagram, I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited they like my page.
Well,
so,
we love you.
I happened to just reach out and say I'm going to be out there, and then they offered to have me on the show. So thanks for having me.
Well, we had so much fun with her in Palm
At the
Springs.
farm
We went
restaurant.
to
The farm restaurant,
Yeah,
yes,
farm.
it was
They
amazing.
brought us-
Watermelon mimosas. Has
they brought
anybody
us
had
all
a
these-
watermelon
And the
mimosa?
chicken and
my
waffles.
gosh.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I don't do carbs in public.
Tiffany, what do you think right now? It's the holiday season. It's a stressful time of the year for many of us. What is something that you would recommend that's kind of like a do-it-yourself beauty treatment that someone can do at home or anything like that to stay feeling fresh?
Well, all of us are wearing so much makeup. Obviously we go out, for all these holiday parties and everything like that.
I didn't think I had on that much.
I mean, even if you're just out running around and you just feel a little bit oily, I mean, the best thing to do is just like after you do a nice cleanse is get a nice tightening clay mask. And I usually do that after I sit in a hot tub. And I've been on my feet in the salon all day.
Life.
So
I wish I could just sit in a hot tub with a clay mask on. What is there one that you recommend more than others right now?
Right now, Karina brand. It's actually a local brand where I'm at. Morella actually made the brand and now has it in Palm Springs right now.
Oh,
She has
cool.
her own spa and everything like that. So
Can we get that from your Facebook?
Is
there some
you
way?
can contact me, yes.
Did you hear that? So
I
sultry.
did. We're going to talk more makeup and fashion. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to watch Fred's scene from A Mighty Win. But real fast, Fred. Oh, and we also have a live performance when we come back with Todd and
so much
and
to do.
Heather. Fred, where can people find you? Because your social media, you're really on Twitter.
Yes.
So it's Fred_Willard. It has been such a joy, such an honor.
Well, thanks for having me. Really, I'm sincere.
Well, we can't wait to have you back.
We're going to have you back
Yeah.
with Joanne Worley. We're going to talk more about...
We're giving Mary a mic that week, too, by the way.
Yes. No, I just want a reaction shot. It's like, what happened? So we're going to break for that, and when we come back, we're going to talk more fashion, and we're going to have a live performance.
Salsa.
Salsa.
Yay.
Nightlife at the Second City. Now we ask about the centaurs, those ancient creatures, half man, half horse. What happened to them?
Captain! We do have our tickets. I know it's late, but it's my wife. She's always a bit late, Captain. And we do have our tickets. You can wait, can't you? You can't? You have to sail? Yes, of course, I understand. Bon voyage.
Charles Roger! Charles Roger! Oh, there you are. I'm sorry I'm late, but I had to take the covers and cover the furniture,
Dear.
take the meat out of the oven, and then the electric man came.
Dear.
Yes.
Captain Noah had to sail.
And you waited for me?
May I get under your umbrella, dear?
Ah, the holidays. A time for giving, a time for getting, and a time for going and going and going and going and going and going. When you need a break, we're here, helping you make sense of all the good and the going of the holidays. Happy holidays from all of us at ubnradio.com.
All right, so we just have to admit, like, this show has just been amazing. Sorry, we're saying goodbye. No, we're not saying goodbye. We're gonna We're gonna stand just a bit to talk about holiday health tips, and then we have another live performance with Heather and Todd, and we're gonna play one game of Christmas Mad Libs. Yes. So Tiffany, what are the biggest mistakes people make during the holidays with their hair and makeup? Because I have been to many family reunions, and it's like, oh, it's Elvira, reunion.
Well, one of the biggest ones when I see people in Starbucks and you got the girls walking in and they just woke up, but you see their extensions in the back of their hair.
So like, the tracks.
The tracks, yes. Seriously, I'm like, you don't know you have extensions in there and you didn't think to kind of brush your hair back down. So yeah, that, and then maybe those probably the permanent eyelashes that all these girls are getting now. And if you
permanent.
They actually put them on one by one, and it's permanent,
Who has the time?
I don't know.
Each eyelash?
I know.
Each one?
Yeah.
But it's permanent, so they think that they'll wake up looking like that every morning, but they don't.
Well, I mean, if you sleep on the side of your face like I do, then this part's always going to be tweaked, and you can always tell the people when they sleep on their side.
You do have lovely lashes, by the way.
She's got
well, she's on
These
point.
ones are strip lashes, so I can put new ones on every day.
So my great grandma did the tattoo eyebrows. She was also 85. Is that good? Is that bad?
Is that
Should
even
we
still
do that?
a thing at all?
Well,
No.
now they have this thing called embroidery or feathering the eyebrows out, so it looks more natural instead of that. What do you call it? The Coachella eyebrow, where it's like
the Coachella eyebrow.
Feathering?
They don't have eyebrows in Coachella.
Feathering, no,
There's nothing in Coachella. Heather, what is the most ridiculous beauty thing that you've done that you feel like, oh my God, I should not have done that?
The most ridiculous beauty thing I did? Oh, when I got blonde highlights.
I would think you would look good
they
with
were
blonde
like,
highlights.
they were.
Leave that to me.
I'm a natural, really dark brunette, and when my hair was really brown, I got these blonde highlights, but I didn't blend them in at all. I went to a cheap place on a corner. It's like the Supercuts of
They also
Manhattan.
sold hot dogs.
It's like the
and a
super
good warm
cut,
pretzel.
Yeah, totally. You get warm nuts, and then you get.
Oh, I love a warm nut.
Yeah, right.
As soon as
So they were
Fred Willard leaves in the show.
And we're back.
They were painted. It was bad, and so it was not my best. It washed me out. It's not my best.
But it's saying it's and Tiffany, maybe you can speak to this. And most of your clients are looking for a change. And I have to say, we've been playing some pictures from your work.
Mm-hmm.
You do make a total transformation, but I always wanted what I didn't have, and I heard people wanted what they didn't have in terms of if I had curly hair, I want straight hair.
Yeah, look at some of these shots.
Well, no, that's special effects makeup.
This was some Halloween looks. Yes.
Where's the Avatar one? That one was insane.
Right.
There you go.
Wow.
But in terms of daily looks, it's we always want we don't have.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's fun. I mean, I got into it doing special effects makeup on myself, self-taught. Then I went to makeup
Here's
school.
a look on yourself.
Yep.
Why is silver hair popular right now? Is with the youth. It's honey, I'm trying to hide my silver hair.
So to be honest,
why is this hot?
To be honest, that's actually a lace front wig because I know as a hairdresser how hard it is to get lifted as high as you're supposed to be to end up getting that white. And it's to be honest kind of damaging if you're really dark, and I'm pretty dark too. So why not get a real wig that costs a little bit of money and
Right,
then
but,
just wear
but
it.
why are youth trying to be silver?
I don't know. I mean, that's the new thing, the ashy look right now. So
I just wish their heels weren't ashy.
I know.
Okay. No, but to talk about your Halloween work,
Yeah.
let's look at the app.
Yep. That was a Walking Dead shoot that I had done on 3 people, and that was
How long
really,
does something
really
like that take to do?
There was 3 models. It probably took about 6 hours prep work. Like I did Comic-Con recently, and I did a full Mystique, and that took about 4 hours. I did Enchantress, body painted all that onto 2 hours. So you just kind of have to step back from your work, and you get better and better every time, you know.
Todd, what's one of the beauty things that you did that you were like, oh God, I can't believe I did that?
Okay. So my friend Nancy was working as a receptionist at a plastic surgeon. And so she had this inside track to this lady that was doing Botox, and let's go get Botox. And I was like, well, I'll try it. This is like years ago. Well, they put on this numbing cream to stab you with the needle, you know?
God.
And I had an allergic reaction to the numbing cream.
Oh my God.
So I looked like I had dipped my face into a fryer.
Where did you get
Beautiful.
it? Where was
this
it?
was horrible.
Where was it on your face?
You were making breakfast for your dog that day.
Like my forehead and here and here.
So did you never have it done because you reacted to the
I
numbing
never
cream?
did it. No, I just never did it again. I was like, my face was burning. I said, should this be burning?
That's so weird.
And they said, it's a little warm. I'm like,
a
"No,
friend
it's
of mine has
burning."
gotten Botox, and they've never had
friend of
numbing
yours?
cream on their face.
Yeah, I
well,
get it, and she never puts numbing cream on me either. But
Anyway.
Did you know this doctor?
Clearly,
Did someone have
wasn't,
something against you?
No, this was the doctor the person, the person that worked through this doctor, and she was just doing it at a different place, and that's why.
Well, you're very handsome, and you don't need it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Todd, you're just so cute and hot, and even like with your past pictures. No, I don't mean it like that.
How do you mean it? I mean, like his skin, a fever, sweetie.
It's a fever. But Tiffany, we know when Hollywood stars have work done, and it's usually not great. Even from like a little, it's just never done great. So why do stars still get plastic surgery?
I couldn't answer.
Oh, is your
why,
name
but
Tiffany? Oh,
I
that's your
mean,
drag name.
That's my stage name. I'm just kidding.
No, wait. Before you give the professional, I want to hear Todd's.
Well, the lips are a big thing right now.
No, I was
The
going to
lips.
say
But it
that
always
there
looks
are people that
bad.
have done it great over the years,
Agreed.
like Jacqueline Smith. And people who look fantastic still and
So it's just
always
like a
did, but they just
little.
did a little here, a little there. But then there's the people that either get a whole entire facelift and lips and all this stuff at once.
Cheek implants.
And then it just doesn't look like
The
them
lips
anymore.
give it away every time.
Totally. Me too.
The lips
The
take
lips
me
give
out
it-
of
me too.
everything.
Or when they can't blink, it
Like
also
we
gives
can
it
see
away.
that.
You know what?
I can see what you looked like before, and I know that those are not your lips.
No, it's true. I can't even believe I'm about to say this, but my little sister is 23 or 24 right now, and she just went on her 3rd lip treatment, and she
No.
she is she's looking freaking kill me right now, but she's like the happiest she's been because it's like literally an issue she's felt that she's had her whole life. She's like, I just have never had an upper lip. I never had an upper lip, and it became this huge like insecurity for her, and now she feels so much better, and she just looks, big.
Okay, so but Tiffany, like your work is done in Palm Springs. You're so in demand in Palm Springs. You must get a lot of the housewives that want to come in and be like, oh, totally like.
Well, I mean, they're more high maintenance, I would say. They're the ones that, literally book you every 2-3 weeks religiously. They need their base done. They don't want their gray showing. Right now, they're like a shadow root's a little bit in now, so you don't have that immediate grow out
Is that the
look.
term, shadow roots?
Is that when it's black a little bit?
Thank God.
and then-
Thank God it's in.
Shadow or
Mom,
shaded,
you have
yeah.
shadow roots right now. She'll be so
I
happy.
think that movie's up for an Oscar.
Shadow
It is. It is.
I love that. Queen Latifah and Meryl Streep will be playing like
And Wendy
hairdressers
Williams.
and some.
Wendy Williams is the
Wendy
the
Williams
executive
in
producer
Shadow
on it.
Roots.
Yeah.
Shadow roots.
Shadow Roots.
Right.
Lin
Well, you
Manuel
remember
will do the
Roots.
music.
You remember Roots.
My
This
God,
is Shadow
Todd.
Roots.
This is
The
shadow.
sequel or the prequel. The prequel.
Prequel. It is a
prequel
prequel.
20 years later. Yeah, of
Shadow
course.
Roots. Tiffany, when do you ever say, no, we can't do that?
When somebody comes in with really fine hair that's probably previously lifted too high and the cuticles blown out, and they still want to be blonde. So my suggestion would be to give them treatments and everything like that, because I don't want to be that hairdresser that breaks your hair off. I'd rather tell them, I'm not your hairdresser, and then have them go to somebody else if they don't want to listen to my opinion. So
Be honest. Do people usually look better with their original hair color?
not necessarily.
Oh.
I mean, I believe that I change my hair color all the time. I have red
You
hair,
do.
black hair, short hair. I have a mohawk. I just,
We saw the Pride Mohawk.
Yeah.
We loved it.
We
Was
were there.
pink and
I miss
fabulous
it.
and
Yes.
huge. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I believe change is great. It actually makes you feel better as a person. I mean, as you get older, sometimes you feel like you're in a rut, and I love doing the full-on transformation. I mean, there's
Agreed.
clients that have never had makeup, and when I, get to do that for them and turn them around and they see themselves, they're like, wow, and that makes me feel good. That's why I do what I do, so.
Talk to us about your co-hosting on My City Every Day.
Yes, Alexandra. Hi, Alexandra, if you're watching.
She's definitely watching.
It's not me, by the way. Just
Alexandra, yes. She is a good friend of mine that I had met and had the opportunity of working with now and helping guest host My City Every Day, going around the city, talking about the events. And since I've been so busy, I kind of just, get in here and there throughout the week. I don't have a set day. It's just whenever my clients, are not really happening for that day or whatever, I kind of just go and host. And it's been an amazing journey with Alexandra. I mean, without her, I wouldn't have met you guys. So
some people think it's a gift. Well, do not.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. We are going to finish up. We're going to have a finishing live performance with Heather and Todd. But before we go, we have to play a little holiday game. We're going to do Mad Libs. And so we're going to go. So each person has to supply from left to right.
Oh, no.
Oh, so do I pass this to them?
No, honey, they're giving you the...
Oh, okay. Who's going first?
You have to write this in.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to read it.
Oh.
Heather's first.
Yes.
I'm first.
Okay, Heather.
Yes. What would you like?
A noun.
Rutabaga.
Who would have
Different than Rudely.
I love Rudely.
Person.
We adore her.
Rutabaga, vegetable.
So now I'm the next one, right?
Yeah, give me a person.
Colin Farrell.
Oh.
I love he did the new Harry Potter film.
I can't wait to see it.
I mean,
haven't seen it
A
yet.
verb, babe.
Like, where?
No, like...
No, like
an action.
Yeah.
I'm doing
like an
something.
action,
Yeah.
like throwing.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I hope it's shade.
Going back to you or back to
Shut
the...
up.
Oh, do you want me to be a part of it? I would
Yeah,
love
let's do
to.
it.
Yeah.
A noun, sweetie. Do you know what that is? Person, place, or thing.
Vodka.
Okay.
Good call.
Okay. A holiday.
Kwanzaa.
Gotcha. All holidays matter.
Mm-hmm.
Color.
Black.
Like
That's
his
actually
men.
the absence of color.
Adjective.
Oh my God! I would have said that too.
Thank you.
Adjective is
Like
running.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Another color, Alexander?
blacker.
No. A color.
My only other color.
Okay,
I love.
blue. An adjective?
My lord.
An adjective. Funny.
Funny. Okay, this is so long. Okay, a verb.
Shagging.
Okay.
Ooh.
A vegetable.
Eggplant.
I don't like eggplant
Me
either.
either.
Who
And I,
does?
I
Because they
love
always have
vegetables.
eggplant. It's like
I
eggplant
love vegetables.
parmesan.
It's too
Who
thin.
likes?
I'm weird.
the seeds
Okay,
are-
another verb, sweetie.
Drinking.
Oh, I see a theme.
Person.
Person. Shirley Temple.
Okay.
God rest her soul.
Todd, give me two verbs.
Biting.
Uh-huh.
Sucking.
Okay. And
Oh,
Tiffany,
goodness gracious.
give me one more color, and that's it.
Pink.
Okay. Alexander, you want to read this out loud or you want me to?
You do it.
Okay. This one is called More Lights. Did you ever have one of those rutabaga? Well, today Colin Farrell did. Mom wanted to throw vodka up for Kwanzaa. Not just any lights. Black lights. Running blue lights. Funny, bright, red lights. The only problem, they are a shagging mess. Not to mention that there are some eggplant. yellow and green lights drinking in Shirley Temple. I yelled, "This can't be done!" She could bite, I was right, and went out and sucking some new shiny pink lights.
Wow, what? Wow. That is the new...
should drink more before doing that.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, Tiffany, real fast before we go with our live performance, what are 3 things women should not do in wearing makeup?
Or anyone. Doesn't have to be sexist against women.
Make sure the lashes are appropriate for the time of day.
Okay.
Also, make sure you contour and don't just walk out with a white face.
Oh, that's the...
And use moisturizer before you put your lipstick on so they don't look chapped. Moisturizer.
Yes. Isn't going back to your statement? I have to say, isn't there a young man now who's the face of CoverGirl?
There is.
Yes, in
like
fact,
that?
I saw the commercial for the first time today.
Yeah.
I watched him on Ellen. He's very pretty.
Yeah, he's
very, very pretty.
Love it.
I've seen the commercial.
I love it. I can't wait.
All right.
Where can we find Tiffany right now on social media? Hello?
Instagram, Facebook.
What's the
Twitter.
handle?
My name?
Yeah, like where to reach ya.
So @_beauty_by_Tiffany is Instagram, and then Beauty by Tiffany Welch is on Facebook.
And you can message her for like quick tips. Do I do this? Do I not do this? And she will answer. We loved broadcasting with you on mycityeveryday.com. We're going to have a final performance.
Before we go, though, let's just shout out for the things that were talked about on the show today. December 4th is a charity for
Actors and Others for Animals.
Great. And then on December 13th is your
Our
fifth
show.
Heather's
time.
Christmas cheer.
December 14th and 15th is Santathon,
Yes,
which
with Fred Willard.
And then we are January 30th.
Yes,
at
we're
Rockwell
way
as well.
after the
We're
holidays.
way
At
there.
Rockwell.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's a whole list of things, and we'll put that on the blog so you guys can check that out and where to go and who to see and everything like that.
Yes, and you can go on Facebook and type in Todd and Heather's Christmas Cheer, and you'll find all the information.
Yes.
Perfect. Where else can our followers and listeners find you guys? Are you on all social media outlets?
On Twitter at Todd Sherry.
And Heather Olt. Very.
Hey.
And Instagram, Heather Olt. Very, mean.
Perfect.
Simple. Keep it simple.
You can find us on The Rocks Radio Show on our Instagram, on our blog, on our Twitter, on our Facebook. And am I missing any?
Thank you to Kurt.
Kurt.
Thanks,
Kurt. Kurt, thanks for dealing with us going 15 minutes over.
I like that
Sorry.
he's named after one of the kids in The Sound of Music. That's why I like him.
That's why
See, he's named
that's-
after my dad. My dad's
Right?
name is
Yes,
Kurt. With a
Heather's-
K or a C?
Wonderful.
We'll be back
never
next
mind.
week with...
We have Rich Little.
Which means you have many guests.
Yes, he's amazing. This show has been so much fun.
I know it's too short. We have to extend it
You know,
again.
as cultural as our show is, we love everything, especially with what's happening with our administration. So we're going to get a little bit more cultural and talk about Christmas in a different way.
So Heather, I guess let's do. Oh, you know what? Your ukulele reminds me
Yeah.
of Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
in Hawaii they say Merry Christmas, Mele Kalikimaka.
Oh, Melanoma Clenderhaka.
No,
Right?
that's
That was you-
that's not quite
that's
it.
what-
No, that's not what
That's
I
what
said. It's Hawaiian. It's
Okay.
Mele Kalikimaka.
Shmele Kliki Flaka. Right?
Okay,
I
you're
got that. That was
trying
right,
really hard.
Alexander.
I like that you're trying.
It's like this, Betty.
I heard it.
It's so well. It's close, but it's Hawaiian and it's 2 words.
Oh, it's 2 words.
Yes,
I was
it's-
making it 1. Okay.
Yes, it's Mele
Okay.
Kalikimaka.
Mayam Bialaka.
Wow. No, you know
Right?
what? Just start that
that-
track there, and you know
I
what? I think I'll sing it for
Oh,
you.
I am a-
and then you'll get it.
Maybe because I sing.
You're
and
so musical.
I learn lyrics.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Okay, so listen.
Okay,
Here we
got
go.
it. Okay, we could do this.
Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day.
Shmelekaliki Flaka.
That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway.
Koengalasi and Naga.
Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, sun to shine by day and all the stars at night.
Shmelekaliki Maka
is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. You know what? You can stop
I
that
got
track
it.
now. Stop it. You actually didn't, but
Oh.
you know what? You'll get it by December 13th when we do the show
Oh,
at
2
Rockwell.
weeks. 2 weeks.
Right?
Okay.
So
Okay, I'll practice.
You keep working on that.
Shmelekalaka.
Okay, Mayam Bialaka.
Which is so weird because Disney just had the Hawaiian movie come out?
Moana.
Moana.
$82 million.
That's
Wow.
You mean in the first day?
Right. Where's the Mexican one? Anyway, we love you on the rocks. Next week we'll see you with Rich Little. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Heather. Oh, thank you, Todd Sherry. Thank you, Fred Willard. Beauty by Tiffany.
Thank you.
As always,
I love you, babe.
Happy Christmas, Mahana Kwanzaa, Ramadanica.
This has been On the Rocks with Alexander, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Universal Broadcasting Network. Find me on Facebook on The Rocks Radio Show. Tweet me or Instagram me at On The Rocks On Air. See you next Tuesday!